My name is Daniel Herrmann. I'm the Eisler Curator and Head of Curatorial Studies at the Whitechapel Gallery. And I'm delighted that this year's winter exhibition at the Whitechapel Gallery is Hannah Höch. Hannah Höch was a German artist born 1889 in Gotha and who lived in Berlin until 1978. Hannah Höch was one of the most important collage artists of the 20th century. Hannah Höch is really an artist that has stood her ground as a woman in an art world that was dominated by men. She was an absolutely important artist in the field of collage and has really had a lot of impact in her time, but also in the years to come afterwards. She stood her ground with a lot of rambunctious artists that she exhibited with, but she really stands her own. We really start with Hannah Höch's artistic upbringing. She trained as a professional artist and pattern maker. She trained working in the fashion industry. She trained as an applied artist. Very soon, however, we can show in our exhibition that she took pattern making, the making of ornament, into exploring abstraction and exploring the notion of her time, of what abstract art was supposed to do and what art can do. Hannah Höch always had a very rebellious attitude towards art. Art was something that changed society. Art was something that took a stance. Art was something that was supposed to make better. This is something we can particularly see in her collages from the so-called Dada period, the rambunctious and rebellious period in Berlin in the Roaring '20s, when artists like Hannah Höch, like Raoul Hausmann, many others got together and made art that criticized society, that showed the fragmented state of the world through a fragmented way of making art, through collage. We then continue to show how Hannah Höch uses the notion of the fragment and the idea of collage to really question not just the state of the economy, the collusion of industry and military, and other social ills. But she also addresses questions of how we conceive of personal beauty. How do we think about people being beautiful, about individuals being beautiful, about genders being constructed and being beautiful? This is something that we can show in such exciting series as the so-called From an Ethnographic Museum series, of which we see a wonderful example here. This is a collage from 1929, and what we can see is the body of what seems to be an infant combined with an ethnographic item, perhaps a tribal mask, and the eye of a modern woman. The entire body and the entire composition has been propped up on museum display items. It has been propped up on little feet like a sculpture. And we can really see that the artist uses the alienation that the fragmentation and the fragmented composition of the body brings about to make us relate to the work in an entirely different way. She wants to make us aware of different standards of beauty. It's not a homogeneous, it's not a sleek, idealized form of beauty, but it's a questioning of beauty standards. This becomes immediately political when we think of the times in which Hannah Höch operated. This is 1929. We see the rise of fascism in Europe. We see the rise of the National Socialist Party in Germany. And for an artist to take a stance and not go along with the conceived beauty ideals of its time and with the oppressive ideals of homogeneity, we have an artist who embraces diversity, who embraces difference, and who works with the idea of the fragment itself. We have the exciting opportunity to show our visitors works from Hannah Höch and by Hannah Höch that are not only from the earlier time of her production, but that are actually from the time post-1945 as well. These are works that are colorful, that explore abstraction, and that also explore themes that she has been thinking of in her younger days. All of that gets reassessed, gets shown for new, and gets presented to our visitors and shows how Höch's work has really influenced notions of collage and still looks fresh and exciting today. This is really the first time that we can show a survey of Hannah Höch's works on paper in the United Kingdom. We're extremely excited about this excellent opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. These works are extremely fragile, they're very rare, and they're much beloved by the people who own them. It's very difficult to show them all in one place, and we're quite happy that we have succeeded. We hope that our visitors will enjoy them, We hope that visitors will find new ideas about collage, about art, but also about how to look at the world in a way that is exciting, rebellious, and yet humorous.